Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Can you see me? I'm like hoping that everything is okay. How are you all doing? I hope that you're all doing really well. So, welcome to this live. Today, we're going to be talking about how to stop loving the narcissist. Now, I guess that sounds so easy to do, doesn't it, my friends? But actually, it's not. So, how are you all before we get into the live? I just want to check in on you guys. How are you all doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing really, really good. Um, I have been working hard. Working hard. There's been so many people that have been requesting, obviously, sessions and things, but I love doing these lives. So how are you guys all doing? Do you know what? Before I came onto the live, I was reading your comments like on the live chat. You guys are so funny. You kill me. I want to be eating snacks and watching someone else talk yang. Maybe you could take over one live and I'll be eating toast, popcorn, and what else was there? Oxford, what were you saying? There was blueberry bars or something. Hi, Zoe. Zoe, thank you so much. You're so cute. Thank you. I really appreciate your donation. Really, it's so kind of you. Oh, bless you. Thank you for joining the live, everybody. Where are you all from? And Dr. Marni, how are you? Oh, wow. This is so nice to have you here. Excited to catch your live. Just today sent book 6. Whoop, whoop. Setting healthy boundaries on my true. Oh my God. Yes. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for that book to come out. Amazing. Guys, Dr. Marni Hill has written so many books to help you guys, people like you who have been through, this nasty ordeal. But don't worry, we got your back. We got your back, guys. If you are interested in purchasing any like books or things to help you on this journey, check out the description box because I've got the links to all of Marni's books, but do check it out because it's written from someone who knows, but also someone who is there for you guys. Like she knows. So just check it out. So thank you, Dr. Marni, for joining. So lovely to see you. I will reply to your email. I know I did get that email that you sent over, so I will be replying to that. And Oxford, my dear, look, I did bring some tea, but this tea I've got, it's fennel tea. That's what I've got, fennel tea. Just really liking that one. You got your smoothie going. Hello, Midnight Blue. I'm just going to say hi to you guys. Eric, Oxford, Kindbar, yes. David. Oh, M. Singh. Oh, you are here. So I guess you're not flying today. So lovely that you could join the live. I did mention you last week. I think you must have been up in the air. And what was that, Eric? That the T-shirt that we were going to make for Singh? Singh has wings. Oh my gosh, I just that really cracked me up. Don't start if we don't hit 60 likes. Guys, is no one liking the live? Oh my goodness. Please, guys, do hit the like button. If those of you that are not on the chat, that's absolutely fine. If you are just watching at home, where else would you be watching? If you guys are just watching, that's also fine. Yes, if you could just like the like button. This helps with the algorithm and to just get that information out there. So today's going to be a great live, guys. Like I can just feel it. It's going to be great. Oh, you are on the way to Chicago. Bless you. Yes. I love fennel soup. Like I absolutely love that kind of licorice taste. Don't know there was a fennel tea? Yeah, Isabel, there is a tea. There is a tea, and it's I've got it. Like I really, really like it. It really helps with my digestion. Oxford. Anyone joining is going to think we're all crazy. No, you know what? We just have a vibe, guys. We just have a vibe. We're not crazy. We are having fun. And do you know what? That's what it's about. It's about having fun. Like who says healing or talking about this stuff has to be boring, has to be like, oh, so hard. No, not at all. Like we are all here together as one big family. And do you know what? We're just vibing. That's what we're doing, guys. We're going to have a good time. I know this stuff that we do talk about is serious, but Like, it doesn't have to be. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be. Ross, really need help me, please. Sure, Ross, get your question across. Ross from Ireland. Where are you guys from? That's it. I forgot to ask, where are you guys from? I'm in the UK, in the cold UK, but today we had some sun, so I was very, very happy about that. We're sitting out in the sun, catching some vitamin D. Oh, you're sipping on red bush tea. Oh, I love that. 8 more likes. 8 more likes. Okay. So Midnight Blue says, I'm guessing this is about how to fall out of love and properly very needed here. Yeah, this is about falling out of love. Not joking, we have amazing vibe. We do, Oxford, we do. Yes, Hertfordshire in the house. Zoe in the UK. Greece, we got Greece in the house. We got Colorado. We got California. Bless you, AB. Yes, such a beautiful place. Love it there. Miami, US, Holland. Eric, I don't know what that says. Make it back or not have a giant laugh about it. Oh yeah, exactly, exactly. We got New York, we got Boston, we David in Devon, we got West London. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yes. Kalamazoo, Michigan. Amazing, Lisa. Welcome, welcome to the live. We've got Ohio in the house. We've got Portland, Oregon in the house. Yes, we got another Londoner. Oi, oi. I agree, healing is a very creative process. Yes. Monopoly, City of Eboracum. We've got Virginia. Yes, we've got Northern Ireland, Florida, UK, New Jersey, Michigan. So we got everyone from all over the world here. Like, I love this. I'm so grateful for all of you. And we've got Soren from Romania. Hello, hello. This is so cool. Like, we have got literally everyone from like all over the world. Like, how cool is this? We are all in this one place together. We got Denmark in the house as well. We are all in this one place here together, and we are going to smash it today. Okay, we're going to smash it today. We are going to fall out of love with this person. Okay, and we're going to talk about what is going on, why this happens, for sure, for sure. Yes, amazing, absolutely amazing. From all over the world. We've got York in the house, Alien Woods. Come on, guys, hit the like button. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. We got this. We got this. All right? Come on. So I'm just going to have some of this tea. Yes, come on, 93 people. We can hit 60 likes. Come on, guys. If those of you haven't hit the like button, please do so. It just helps. Do you know what it is, guys? Do you know what it is? It just helps with the algorithm. It just helps to get this information out there. All right. Thank you. We're going to start. Amazing. Thank you for those of you that have liked the live. And we've got Melissa from New Zealand. Oh my goodness, it's either really late or really early in the morning. Thank you, Yang. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about how to stop loving someone who has been so abusive to us. Now, this is, do you know what? Like, if you were to say this to someone and go like, I really love this person, but they do this, this, and this. Or can you imagine someone coming up to you or your friend or a family member saying to you, do you know what? This person has been so awful, so horrible to me. Yeah, I still love them. Yeah, I still want to have them in my life. What advice would you give? Thank you, Lynn. Thank you so much, my dear. Really, really appreciate your donation. Thank you, darling. You know, like, what advice would you give? And you're kind of thinking, well, we know what we would say. We know what we would say to, you know, our friends, our family, anyone who really like would say this to us. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just say like, well, what are you still doing with this person? Or get away from this person, or get away from this dynamic because it is so toxic. But it's not always that easy, is it? It's not always that easy. There's a few factors that are at play here. Okay, and this is what I really wanted to look at. Like, what is going on for us? The fact that we can't leave, we feel addicted, we feel magnetized to this person but we can't leave, or we can't leave this situation. This is what makes it so difficult. Okay. And what I do want to say, it's not your fault. It's actually not your fault, because let's rewind time. Let's go right back to the beginning of this relationship with this person. Okay. So I think the main thing that a lot of us struggle with, okay, is how we got to know this person, isn't it? Like how you first got to know this person. Because let me tell you, in psychology and in real life, you know what I mean, in life, first impressions matter, because we do make impressions about people. We do what we see firsthand, or how we get to know that person, that actually sticks. That sticks. And so think about it. When we got to know the narcissist, you know, the first time or the first few times, you know what we're thinking? Okay, this person's kind of cool. They're good looking, or they're really pretty. You know, they're like me. They're very similar to me. And we're like, yeah, you know what? Like, you know what? This person is very similar to me. And you see, when someone is very similar to you, you get more attracted, or kind of bonded to that person, because they're similar to you. They like the same things, or very similar things that you do. You tend to kind of get on because you talk about kind of like similar things, and you like the same or very similar experiences, habits, pastimes, whatever it is. So you bond with that person. And so when you get to know them, you're thinking, well, this is great. Like, this person is exactly like me. You know, why would I not want to stay? Like, I've never known anyone like them to be so similar to me. And this is what I mean about the first impressions when you get to know this person. But we know that this isn't true. But when we get to know this person, this is all we know. This is what we know, what we see, isn't it? Like, we get to know this person in this capacity. So when this person changes over the course of the time that you know them, it makes it very difficult for us to comprehend that, right? It makes it very difficult to unlearn what we have learned. Because when you get to know that person, you think that this person is being authentic, is actually being themselves. But they're not. They're pretending. Now, who in their wildest dreams would have thought that person that you met, you know, you've gone on a date, or, you know, you've been with them for a few weeks, and you're thinking, that isn't really you, no? Oh, okay. Like, you wouldn't think that they were pretending to be somebody else. You wouldn't think that they were mirroring you. You wouldn't think that they were love bombing you. You would have thought that that was authentically them, and they like you, or they fancy you, or they're attracted to you authentically in that way. So when that doesn't happen, or when you realize that this is what is going on, it's heartbreaking. And this scrambles our brain, because what happens is, in psychology, it's called schema. We make kind of, schema is another word for impressions. We make an impression of that person, or that person makes an impression on us. And this is how we get to know them. This is how we get to know someone, through this schema. So, like, for example, when you started watching my videos over on YouTube, I would have made an impression on you, or you would have made a schema, or a first impression of me, right? So, and it's the same with everybody. Like, whoever you meet, you make an impression of that person. But, you know, it would be very weird or very strange over time that person changes, or I would change, or my content over on YouTube would change. I suddenly start talking about, I don't know, nail polishes or horse riding lessons. Very different to narcissistic abuse or whatever, you know. So this is what I'm trying to say. This is what happens. It's a very difficult analogy, and this literally causes cognitive dissonance within our brain, because how we got to know that person is very different to, you know, throughout the course of the relationship, or the dynamic, or the experience that you have with this person, to when that person leaves right at the end. So what I'm trying to say is, when we first get to know the narcissist, we fall in love with that version of them. Okay? So this is what I mean. This is not your fault. And this isn't just about trauma. You know, like everyone talks about trauma bonds and all of that. It's not just that. That has a part to play in it. And I will talk about that, guys. But I think this is the main point, is the fact that we make these first impressions of the narcissist. And this is how we learn how this person is. So the fact that they change, the fact that they are probably like 2 or 3 different personalities, they're constantly sad, you're constantly having to caretake them, and you're like, oh my God, like, you weren't like this when I first met you. You were fine. You know, we were having a good time. And why are you like this? You know? So this is what I mean. And you kind of think, oh, you know, you feel kind of responsible because, you know, like when you love unconditionally or when you're in a relationship, you kind of think, oh, you know, like I've got to look after this person, or not look after them, but you just want to make them happy because you're empaths, you're compassionate, and you know what, you're just nice human beings. So you want this person to be happy. You just do. This is what we all want. We just want everyone to be happy, right? So you kind of have this responsibility to them, and this is why it's really difficult to break away. This is why we stay, because we feel like we have this responsibility to this person, and it's not even it. You see, and this is where I feel like the narcissist actually gets hooked on us. I feel like there is some sort of reciprocity going on here, even though we get trauma bonded to the narcissist. But I also feel that I wouldn't call it a trauma bonding, but I feel like there's this hook, okay, that they get obsessed with the thing that we can supply them with, we can give them. And that's why, you know, it makes it really difficult for us to leave, because it's kind of like we become addicted to them. And so it's this push and pull dynamic, you know, or the breadcrumbing, or, you know, they give us, they're nice to us. And this is what we want, because as we've got to learn, as we learn, or as we've got to know them, they've changed and they've become this negative person, or they have become very strange towards us. We want them to be this nice person. Judy, thank you. Thank you so much. Bless you. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. That's really generous of you. Yes, I hate what he has done, but I still do love him, still hurt. He's been gone for over a year. Judy, bless you. The first year, I will say to you, the first year is always the hardest. Okay? It just is. Because what happens over the first year, we're making new memories, we're having new experiences of that first entire year. So the first week is going to be like the toughest. All right. Then you've got the first month, then you've got 3 months. So this is where we segment it time into segments. Okay. So the first year will be the strangest. I wouldn't say the hardest, will be the strangest. Trying to make new memories, trying to kind of find your feet, trying to move forward, trying to understand why this person has done this. But, you know, I think in a way, all right, everybody that we have loved in our life, I think we still continue to love them because this is how we've got to know them. But that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just that you don't want to be with the narcissist. You just don't want to have that abuse. So I feel like some residue of that love exists in all of us for this person, because it's like you've had one of the hardest, most difficultest, challenging, weirdest experiences of your life. Okay. And you try to kind of make sense of this, and it is challenging. But you do. The thing is, you do, Judy, and you will move forward from this. It's just that the first year is going to be like this. And the reason why you still love them is because you're still kind of thinking, perhaps maybe I remember when they were like this. And it's also the broken promises of what could have been, should have been, but wasn't. So there's a lot to it. There's like very different segment, very different layers of segment in this. But what will happen is you will come to learn or come to realize that actually none of this matters anymore, because actually you are whole without that person in your life. You don't need another person to complete you. And I will mention this as well, and we'll talk about this more in the live, but also trust. How do you trust others going forward? Okay, how if this is what this person has been like to me, how do I trust, going forward? But again, what you have to realize, my friends and Judy, is that what you've been through is not been a normal relationship. It's not been a normal breakup. And I hate using that word normal, but what I'm kind of trying to say is that this experience has been, how do I say this in very politically correct terms? Has been weird, strange, odd experience. And you will probably not go through something like this ever again, unless you get into another relationship with a narcissist. I'm not saying that you will do, but unless there's another one in the mix. So these relationships, they're karmic relationships, okay? And they are meant to be challenging. They are meant to be hurtful. They're meant to break you. They're not meant to last. They're meant to teach you about you. Something about you, something that maybe needs some work, needs something for you to wake up and take notice, okay? That's what they are. They're karmic, because if they're soulmate relationships, then you know what, everything's kind of plain sailing. You're kind of together for a while and everything becomes, it's just easy. You guys are just together. However, with karmic relationships, which all of us unfortunately have had here and have had to kind of do the work, to move forward. But you see, this is the thing, before the narcissist actually enters into your life, before they actually come into your life, this is, you're living your life. You're just, you're just having a good time, right? And they come in and they muck it all up. And the way, or the things that you learn about yourself, the things that you experience, you are not the same person at the end of that relationship to when you entered. So this is the growth that I'm talking about. This is the growth that happens during and after the relationship. And yeah, it's not pleasant. It's really challenging, really difficult, but it's something that we do have to go through. It's actually, we don't really have a choice. And that is the truth. We don't actually have a choice, because think about it. When we got sucked into these relationships, did we know? If we had known they're a karmic, if we had known they're a narcissist, do you know what? You probably would have put on your trainers and run straight out that door as fast as you can, because I know I would have. But you don't, because they are so alluring. They're so addictive. They suck you in because they're so charming, so beautiful, so lovely, and they make you feel good. Don't they, my friends? They make you feel good right at the beginning, and then little bits during that relationship. Yes, that's what happens. So that's why we don't end up leaving. That's why when we fall in love with these people, we keep staying in love with them. There's a lot of reasons why we do. Obviously, I will unpack and talk more about them in this live. And a lot of it, has to do with the way that we understand ourselves. Why is it that we were drawn to that? What is it that person gave to you that you can't give yourself? And I think this is what we really need to look at, isn't it? What was it that we were looking for in the narcissist that they mirrored to us so perfectly, that caused us to become addicted to this person? What is it that we couldn't do for ourselves? Now, let's think about this. Let's think about this for a little bit, okay? What did we want from the narcissist that we couldn't give ourselves? If any of you are brave enough, you can put them in the chat. I would love to, read them out or learn more about this with you guys. Oh, that's really good, Yang. I allow manipulation to find out where my enemy wants to go, and then I use my mind to break the trap and punish the perpetrators. Emery Tate Jr. I really like that. So that's using to educate yourself. This is, this is exactly it. This is what the karmic relationships are about, when they come into your life. It's what happens. What if you doubt that you are with a narc? That's a really good point. If you're doubting that you were with a narcissist, what is it about it that caused you to think that you were? Big lessons at 68 years old after 3 years relationship with a narcissist was time. Yeah, bless you. Self-love and self-worth. Yeah, so this is what you were looking for in the narcissist. Took advantage of me not having friends and close family. Yeah, you see, they take away so much from you. A husband to start a family. All these promises. I was promised kids and a wedding. False promises. Wanted true love, which I thought we had. Again, it's love and attention. They do take advantage, yes. So this is what I mean. This is what it's about, okay? It's the fact that they take so much from you. And they promise you something that you think you need. Love and attention, recognition to feel like I mattered to somebody, companionship and possible marriage. See, for all of this, what I'm seeing, thank you so much, guys, for sharing, like your experiences and what has happened. And I'm sorry that you have gone through this. Okay, I'm so sorry. But let's learn about this, what this is about. And so we can move forward. We can grow stronger within ourselves. And go forward. That's what this is about, okay? So for a lot of us, this is about love, isn't it? It's about feeling loved, about feeling seen, right? Listen, I'm not sitting here judging anybody because we all want that as human beings. This is a primary need of ours. We want to feel love. We want to feel appreciated. We want to have the attention. We want to be seen. Okay, and this is something that exists within all of us, whether we got it or not in childhood. Yeah, sure, it could be a factor within it, sure, but it's not the only factor. And a lot of people talk about, it's about your attachment style, how you get attached, but I don't always think that's 100% true. So don't always, yes, there is an aspect of it that is, yes, it is a very important part of it. But I do feel that like I said, there's other factors within this. All right. So for a lot of us, okay, what I'm seeing in these comments is that we wanted love. We wanted to feel appreciated. We wanted someone to notice us because we did this for the narcissist. Oh, M. Singh, bless you. Thank you. Thank you. As a gay guy from the Asian community, it was hard enough being accepted, yes. But when I met my ex-narc, I felt I had met my soulmate. Both being Asian and out is rare. He broke my heart over and over. Oh, bless you, my dear. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you'd gone through this, that he had done this to you, because I completely understand, being accepted, people to understand you. And of course, him being Asian as well, and him talking about, his sexuality is also very rare. Yes, of course. And this is also a huge betrayal for you, because it feels like it's almost as though he has let go of you, let go, thrown you away. It's like, none of that matters, when actually that is a big thing and it does matter. But you see, M. Singh, bless you, my dear, you don't need him to feel accepted. It's about you accepting you accepting your sexuality, you accepting who you are, both your ethnicity, your personality, your sexuality, all of this, okay? I completely understand that it's difficult, or it was challenging for you, being in the Asian community, but it's not impossible, okay? So this is about accepting you, knowing that actually this isn't a reflection of you. And it isn't the discard that you probably would have felt, or the kind of the letting down, the letting go. It's not about that. It's just about you accepting you and loving you. And this is what I wanted to talk about is that it's the love. Okay, we were all asking to be loved. Okay, we were all asking that externally from ourselves. But love isn't an external job. All right, it's an inside job. It's a job that actually exists within all of us. I completely understand. To feel loved, to have that feeling of love feels so amazing, so intoxicating, so dreamy, so lovely, of course. But we have to feel that for ourselves first. That is what is important. We have to respect, accept, love, be patient, have compassion, have understanding for us, for ourselves. Okay, because we are all strong, we are all amazing. Okay, and we are someone who deserves to give that to ourselves. I always say this to my clients. When you have expectations of others, okay, because it's nobody's job to love you, to really be honest, okay, it's no one's job, it's yours. Okay, it's your own job to love you, because you know what? No one will ever love you the way that you love yourself. Okay, and you've got to get to that point where you accept, you love, and you give yourself everything. Yeah, that is where you need to get to that point. So you're not expecting that from someone outside of you, because no one's going to be able to give it to that point. Yeah, sure, it feels nice being in a relationship right at the beginning. It's that infatuation stage. But as time goes over and you build the relationship and it gets more serious, there's expectations, right? And how many of them fail? Do they, like, meaning not that they fail in the relationship, but how many of them actually exceed your expectations, or how many of them actually don't get it right? You see, this is what I mean about expectations. When you expect someone to do something or give you something, people act in different ways, okay? And, we can't judge them for being that particular way or doing something that particular way. They're just never going to do it the way that you would, right? Because they're not you. And that's why, my friends, I always say about expectations, don't expect from the other, because they're just not going to be able to fulfill that. That person is not you. So whatever that person, you've got to meet that person where they are. If they're giving you 40%, you meet them 40% of the way. If that person is giving you 50, you meet them 50. That is ultimately the healthy relationship, is 50-50, right? But if someone is not pulling their weight, or if someone's given too much, that's also not good, isn't it? When someone gives too much, it also can get very grating, very suffocating, right? Because someone is not respecting your needs, isn't it? So this is the thing about expectations, not to have any, all right? Not to have any. And I know that's really difficult, but when we have judgments, or when we expect a certain thing to work out a certain way and it doesn't, it's hard for us, because if we have a rigid mindset, or if we're not fluid in what happens, okay, because the thing is, when we are fluid, when we just, okay, we accept, we can adapt, we can, what's the word? We can adapt to the certain situations or certain people, and we don't have those expectations of that person, okay, we're not going to get disappointed. Because whatever that person can give, they give from their heart, they give from what they know. Yeah, that's right. An imbalance of power. So if we're always giving, because let's face it, the narcissist always expects us to give and give and give, but them taking and never giving, that's also wrong. And that's right. There's the imbalance of power. Because it's inbuilt in us to love unconditionally. Okay. We think that the narcissist is going to do that for us because we do that for them. So our expectation is if we treat this person this way, they're going to do that for us. But they don't, do they? They don't do that. They don't know how to do that. And so then we get very upset. We get very angry. We get heartbroken because that person is not behaving a certain way that we want them to. And this is what I'm talking about, expectations. Again, I'm not blaming you guys because I know that this isn't on you. There's not a judgment here. But going forward, not having expectations or wanting something from someone, you're not going to get disappointed. You stand in your own power. You become resilient. Okay? You become resilient. Emotional resilience is how you build. Okay? And this is how you stay strong in your mind and in your heart. I'm not saying detachment. That's not what this is about. It's about being able to control your emotions and being able to self-soothe. This is how you become strong, which allows you to have coping skills. Okay, because we're going to be met in circumstances in our life that we're not going to like, that's not going to be nice to us. It's not going to be easy to go through. But if we are able to manage this, then we're going to be better off. And if someone, you know what, and also this will deter narcissists, from coming into your life as well. Because think about it, if you see this and you spot this and you're able to adapt, become fluid, whatever happens, you just got to watch. You've got to be the observer, right? You've got to be the observer. You've got to keep watching. And then what you do is you adapt your behavior. This is what we learn in psychology, in our psychology modules. Adaptation and emotional resilience. Yes, it's about remaining fluid, my friends. And do you know what? You can apply this formula also to when you are trying to heal from the narcissist, okay? We're expecting, for example, a lot of us think, we're going to be able to heal in a couple of months, or in 6 months, we're going to be able to move on. But what you're doing is you're putting time frames, okay? You're putting time frames on your healing, all right? Don't do this, okay? Because it's not about a time frame. It's not this experience isn't just getting over that person. This is going to change you as a person. This is done for you, not against you. Remember, these are karmic relationships. This person has come into your life to teach you something about you. So think of it, you're learning about yourself. So how long is that going to take? Well, I don't know. Everybody's journey is different. Okay? So don't think of it as like, I'm just getting over this person. Yeah, you are. That's just a percentage of it. That's like a small percentage of it. But actually, you are learning about yourself. You are growing yourself. You're connecting back to yourself, because that's what this journey is about. This isn't just getting over a breakup, because that's not what this was. It wasn't just a breakup. This was about you coming home to yourself, about feeling, about learning new things, new skills, right? You're welcome, MC. I'm definitely in a better place to where I was 12 months ago, thanks to this channel. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you. I'm really glad. I'm really, really glad. That's right. Adaptation, emotional resilience is about remaining fluid. Yes. It's about allowing for these things to come in. But remember. Yeah, that's a good point, Yang. In the end, it's you versus you. It's true. It is. This is about you. You're growing you. You're connecting back to yourself. And the thing is, when you remain fluid, okay, do you not trust that things will work out for you in the best way possible? Do you know what, my friends? You can't actually control the outcome. It's just going to happen the way that it does. And that's okay. And a big part of our healing, on our healing journey, is about acceptance. Okay? Let's accept, all right, you still love this person. Do you know what? That's okay. That's okay that you do. because you're not engaging but you know that this person is bad for you. What this person has done is not right. It's abuse. Okay, but yeah, you can still love them. A part of them remains, because actually what you're loving is you. Because remember, this person was reflecting you. You're loving you, the old version of you. Now you are becoming the new version of you. Remember, narcissists don't have a stable sense of self, so they don't even know who they are. They're just bits of people who they know or have been with or have been in relationships, okay? So they're little bits of people who they have known and picked up along the way, okay? So actually, loving the narcissist still is that you love you. You love the old version of you. That's okay. That's fine. Because back then you didn't know. Now you do. And that's okay. So it's about acceptance as well. It's about accepting who you are, what you have been through. You know, doesn't this make you a better person, you know, compared to other people that you know, maybe your friends or people that you used to know? Doesn't that make you a better person because you have learned this about yourself? It does. You evolve. And that's what life is all about. It's not about staying stuck. It's not about staying, you know, small and just coasting along, you know, in life. We're learning, we're evolving, we're leveling up. That's what life is about. This is school, guys. This is still school. But it's fun along the way, most of the time. Maybe not all the time. But lessons are hard. Yes, they are meant to be difficult because, like I said, if we... Oh, I like that, Yang. Yes, that's why a great relationship involves two minds who seek personal growth. That's very true, because then you're on the same page. You know, you grow together, which is that's so lovely. What was I saying, guys? Help me out, guys. What was I saying? Yeah, this is why you level up, you grow, you evolve to become a different person, but a better person, someone who, you know what, someone who you learn to love because it's you. And so loving the narcissist is who you were back then. That's what they're reflecting back to you. And that's what you have to remember. It's about acceptance, accepting you. How many of you accept you as you are right now? Type yes or no in the comments. I'd love to know what is the percentage. How many of you accept who you are right now? You know, for a long time, I didn't. I did not like me. And this is even when I started the YouTube channel. I was like, oh my God, how can I even talk about this stuff? At the time when I started the YouTube channel, I think I just started doing my psychology doctorate. I think I was like first year. And I was thinking, oh my God, how can I be talking about this? You know, like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Right. I was the girl, all right, in the class, okay, that I would sit at the back because I didn't want to sit at the front because I was shy. Yeah, believe it or not. I was shy. I didn't want to speak up. I didn't want to say what I thought because a lot in these classes, thank you so much, guys. So a lot of you say, yes, this is what I love. You do. Amazing. No. Betsy says no. Most of you are saying, yeah, Emp is on his way. You guys here in the chat are awesome. Stay strong. Thank you, Kevin. The Anushka school. Midnight Blue. I love that. Yes. Yes. Good. I'm seeing a lot of yeses. Ian, don't worry. We're going to get you there. We're going to get there. Okay. Okay. So... yeah, this is when I was at uni. Okay, so I was the one that sat at the back. I didn't really like to talk, didn't want to say anything because I was like, oh my God, like I'm so embarrassed, like I'm not going to say anything. Anyway, so we had to, obviously, all of us had a subject that we had to pick to talk about when we did these modules I think it was every 8 weeks or something like that. I was the one, okay, that could not sleep the night before because I had to do a talk in front of 8 people. 8 people who were my friends. And I thought, oh my God, I'm going to be judged. This is going to happen. They're going to think this of me. So I had proper imposter syndrome. Did I like being that person who's shy, doesn't want to speak, doesn't want to say how they feel. No. Okay? No. And I get it. I get it. I know this is where most of you were and some of you are now, but it's okay because this is a journey, all right? And you will get there. And I'm glad that a lot of you had said yes because you guys have been on this journey. You know what this ride is like. But true acceptance, this is the fluidity that I'm talking about. Just accept what is. Things will happen to you for your greatest good. Trust that. Trust that you are being looked after. Okay? It's going to be okay. Whatever happens, you just got to let it be. Because if we want to stop it or control it, there is resistance. And when we create resistance, there's an energy behind that. There's a negative energy behind that. Do you know what? Look at the narcissist. Look at them, right? They're just always controlling, always manipulating. Everything has to work out in a certain order. And what happens to that in the end? It doesn't work out for them, does it? Because people see through it. People realize that are like, what are you doing, mate? You know, what is that about? People don't like it. So they see through it. And they're like, what? Hello, what's going on here? You know, so know that everything will turn out the way it's supposed to. Maybe you don't see what's going to happen right now, but that's okay. That's okay. You don't need to know. Just know that it's going to be all right. Whatever it's meant to be, it will be fine. So when you have a fluid mindset, this is what I mean. This is a growth mindset because you're not resisting. You're not putting conditions in place. Okay? It's like when you've got conditional and unconditional love, right? So when someone loves you conditionally, there's certain things that have got to be in place. That's control. That's manipulating the outcome. That's that person not accepting you for who you are. There is conditions to you. You have to behave a certain way. And when it's unconditional, fluid, it's okay. You do you, because you are enough. You are good enough as you are right now. And that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I mean. Dark side, you are right. Guardian angels are amongst you. They are. Progress, not perfection. Yes. Exactly, Sarah. No one likes to be bossed around. I hate it. I don't like it. Did I ever tell you the story about my experience of when I worked in the hospital? Oh, I was micromanaged by this girl. She was narcissistic, and do you know what she used to do? So it's not that I was mucking about and not doing my work, because I actually was. No, I actually was, guys. I wasn't like skiving off, you know, hiding in corners so she wouldn't catch me. But literally, this girl, she worked in the physio department, and then she moved up roles, and I think she was like head of department or something. That's what I was doing. I was doing therapeutic activities for people who have dementia. So I worked in dementia. And so there was a lot of trying to, like, you know, you have to run around the wards to try and like kind of find who would be really suitable, because dementia obviously progresses in different stages, right? And so she used to like literally track me down in the hospital from the ward. She'd be like, Anushka. And I'm like, yeah, hi. So what are you doing? And I said, my work. And she's like, oh, but you're meant to be here. And I'm like, yeah, I'm talking to this patient. You know, like when I get engrossed in something, I just do that. I can't multitask. That's one thing about me. I cannot do two things or three things at once. It's just not me. I could do one thing and I have to focus and concentrate on that. But yeah, so she used to just chase me around the hospital. So in the end, it just really irritated me, or I then tried to make kind of like a joke of it. You know, I just used to like hide from her. That's what I used to do. But it used to annoy me because then I didn't get my work done. Anyway, I'm digressing here. I know. So anyway, in the end, it all works out all right. I think she got pregnant and then she left for maternity leave. I was like, yes. So that was that. Anyway. Thank you, Oxford. Not me. I do feel like I'm coming back, even if it's slowly. I need to get a grip on the emotions. Patricia, it's all right, my dear. It's okay. Like, it's, they're your emotions, and maybe they need to flow, and it's all right. If you need to cry, if you need to let it out, that's fine. Write it, write it. Journaling is really good. Journaling really helps. Just write. Today I am feeling this. Makes me feel uncomfortable because. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's really help. That would be really help. I love that dark side. And you become the diamond of the one ring. I love that. Karma came early. Yes, it did. Ugh, micromanaging can be so annoying. Yeah, I know. Midnight Blue, I know. I don't think I ever was, that was my first and only experience. And oh no, I had another woman. I had another one. But that's okay. I'm not going to go into that story. But it all happened at the hospital. So in the end, I was like, yeah, I kind of got to go now. Because I think I started working there when I'd done my master's in, I finished my clinical psychology master's, and I went to do some like work experience at the hospital, and then I went to do my doctorate. So I couldn't have worked. Just the two wouldn't have worked. It was quite an intense role. Oh, Oxford. I'd love that. Yeah, if we wouldn't have got done, then yeah, that would have been great. And do you know what? I remember. Do you know what, Oxford? I remember, like, I think right at the beginning, when I first started on YouTube, I talked about this, and I remember. Obviously, I said to people, whoever was listening to the video, I said, just email me the pictures if you want to talk, if you want us to see the pictures or whatever. And I think there must have been about, I don't know, like 20 or 30 people had sent the pictures of their narcissists in. One thing that I did notice, one thing that all of the narcissists had in common. Do you know what it is, guys? Guess what it was that they all had in common. Put in the comments if you guys can kind of try and think, what is it that all narcissists had in common? And this is just from the photos. AV big fake smile. Yeah, that's one of them, but not all of them were smiling. Not all of them were smiling. Do you know what it was? It's the ego. If only you could take a picture of the ego. Yes, Oxford, that's it. Their eyes. Their eyes. There was nothing there. There were the dark eyes. Yeah, black eyes. The black eyes. Dead eyes. Yes, Zoe, you're right. Yes, eyes. Zoe, devil eyes. Yeah, eyes were more separated. Yes. Lack of empathy, eyebrows, the stare. That's it. The eyes are the window to the soul. That's how you know what someone, their eyes. Eyes tell you a million things. Or is it 1,000 things, or a smile? I can't remember, but yeah, the eyes are the window to your soul. Yeah. So you can see the black eyes, the blank stare. There's nothing there. There's no emotion. That has gone. There's no soul. Yes, Oxford, you're right. And that's what I always said. And I remember I was saying that in the live. I said, or was it a video? I can't remember. It was a live or a video. I can't remember. But that's what I said. If you want to know if they are, you can always look at the eyes. You can tell what someone is like. Their energy, it's their eyes. So if you guys ever ask, or I know that some of you had actually mentioned, how do I never get into another relationship with a narcissist? Yes, Isabel, you're right. It is them, those eyes. Look at the eyes, the energy. It will tell you, it will repel you. Because when you go through this healing process, the trauma has opened you up. Okay, it's opened you up. You have no choice but to heal. Okay, you have no choice but to look at yourself, do the work, get through this. It's painful, it hurts, you can't sleep, you can't eat, you're overthinking, there's anxiety, there's depression. You have no choice, you've got to go through it, because there's no other way that you are going to be able to get to the other side unless you go through this, right? So the trauma opens you up and you learn. So why now, after going through all of this, would you not know if someone is like that? I always say, trust your intuition. Trust you. Why would you be getting it wrong? Why would you not know? Of course you're going to know. Trust that everything's going to be okay, and trust yourself. Connect back to you. Connection. This is what is important. This is what is going to help you all of your life. Remember, you are with you for the rest of your life. So why would you not want to be friends with you? Why would you not want to be connected to you? You see, and trauma has a funny way of doing that to us, because, I don't know, many of you might think, oh, why is it that I've got to go through this? Why is it that, my cousin or my brother or sister or this person, my next door neighbor, my best friend, they don't go through this? Again, no one's going to be able to understand it, what you have been through. Because unfortunately, it's one of them things. If you haven't had a narcissist in your life, then you're not going to understand any of this. Yeah? You're not going to know any of this. They're not going to understand it. So the reason why you go through the trauma is because of this karmic relation, this karmic person in your life. They are sent to you for a reason. For you to grow. This isn't to destroy you, it's for you to grow. That's why they are here. That's why they've come into your life. Do you want to be like everybody else? Who just plods along, just has a kind of mediocre life? 9 to 5, you got the weekends. Boring. You look at them and you think, that's not me. I am not that person. Having that type of life is boring, honestly. You change, you evolve, you become so much more. Your eyes are open to what is really going on. Trust that. Trust that. That is what is important. We're never going to be able to level up, grow, evolve if we stay comfortable. Comfortable makes us lazy. So we got to go through this. I love that, Isabel. This isn't to destroy you. It's meant for you to grow. Yes, absolutely. Yes, that's right, Isabel. We're wiser now. Yeah, you're wiser to level up. Betsy, my dear, do you know what? It will go. You'll see that when the children get a little bit older, it will stop affecting you the way that it does now. Unfortunately, there's things that you've got to go through, but it's okay. Like, it's gonna be fine. Hello, Laurie. No, don't worry. Don't worry. Sorry, I have to type large. I've left my specs in the other room. Oxford, just so funny. Yeah, it's all about. Can you see that everyone's like, oh, it's all about it's all about destroying, But if you look at this, like if you change your perspective on it, this isn't about destroying you. They think it is, but this is about growing you. Okay, this is not about destroying you. So that's okay. It's all right. Not that they're destroying you, but it's okay. You got to change the perspective of actually why this person is actually, in your life. It's to help to grow you. It's the trauma that they open you up, they break you apart. It's for you to grow as a person. Yes, Marty, it is dark night of the soul. It is. It's also a spiritual battle. It's not only that it's emotional, psychological, but it's also a spiritual battle as well, between the light and the dark. No, Marty, sure, you're not going to be the same, but you'll elevate, you'll be different, but that's okay. That's fine. And just know that it will be all right. Yes, we do, Emsing. We all go through the dark night of the soul, and it is a dark night of the soul. It is so hard. It is literally, your heart is ripped out of your body for sure. And it's like Nothing feels the same as it did before. But those of you that are on the other side, look at where you are now. Look at how you see life now, who you are now as a person. Completely different. Yes, Sarah Bell, to achieve enlightenment and self-love. That's it. It's that you feel, it's the love for you that you feel. That's what you're doing. They take you away from you. It's almost as though they kidnap you or hijack you, because they want you to do everything for them. Yeah? They want you to lose your identity and who you are to serve them. But look what happens in the end. You see through it. You're like, no, you're not taking me anymore. I'm coming home to myself. And this, my friends, this is that journey. You coming home to yourself. They try to steal you, take you, hijack you, whatever it is. But now you come home to yourself. This is the journey. This is the healing journey. Legiona, hi Anushka. When I'm alone last year, you're the only one I listen to, and that's why I become aware of narcissism. It helps a lot. I'm so happy. I'm so glad. Good. You've got stronger, and now you're going to continue to grow and get even stronger. Okay? This is wonderful. Yes. You are taking back your power, and that, my friends, that is the gift, right? You come home to yourself. Kui says, it hurts to be discarded, but once you shut the door on them, they're going to be set free and experience some amazing adventures in your life to meet yourself again. Oh, that's so beautiful. Kui treasure hunters. You're going to be set free and you're going to have some amazing adventures in your life and get to meet yourself again. Sarah, no way. You're a sociopath or a psychopath. Oh, bless you. Oh, that's so annoying. Just put boundaries, protect yourself, hide, like run from your car into the front door. And it's like, I know. I hope your fences are tall, because they'll be peering over. That's just... Hello, guy next door. Thank you for joining. I'm pretty sure both my granddaughters are narcissists. Oh, Lisa, bless you. So, now that you guys kind of understand this in a different way, you know, the narcissist and why you kind of still feel that, you know, maybe you love them, or maybe there's something that, you know, didn't get resolved within that experience with the narcissist. Does this help for you to understand that actually it's okay? Whatever part you are on in this journey, it's okay. So this is about accepting you, accepting that this is part of it. Okay. So I was going to say that, you know, we had talked about like attachment styles. And these are the things that, you know, a lot of people talk about, that this is why you still feel like, you know, you love this person or you want this person in your life. And, you know, a lot of these situations mirror perhaps maybe your childhood or how you had learned to relate to another person. These experiences from childhood seem familiar and comfortable. But I don't know if that really is true. If that really, you can use that to explain what is happening here. Because your situation in your childhood was completely different to how you are now and how this is playing out. So I'm not saying that attachment styles don't come into this. I'm saying they do. But I think a lot of people place a lot of importance on relating styles and trauma bonds. Yes, these are aspects of, this healing journey, and why, why you still love the narcissist. But I don't, it's like I said, I don't actually think that it is the only thing that can cause the explanation to why you're still loving the narcissist. I think there's a lot more to it. And I feel like, we've got to consider actually that, having love for someone because of the way that who they are, how they made you feel, that's one part of it. But there's also the other part of it, okay, where, it's about understanding that actually we are loving ourselves, because the narcissist is a representation of our old selves, okay? And they're just mirroring that. They're just mimicking that. And that's what we've got to remember. That's why you're still loving the narcissist. I bet you didn't expect me to say that or to talk about that, but I really feel that a lot of it is that. And it's about how, how we expect others to treat us. I don't think a lot of us who are on the other side would ever go back. Yes, we have love, or I don't know, appreciation, I don't know, whatever are the words, but it's, we love us. It's us. They're mirroring us. Think about it. This is why I started the live talking about why the narcissist presents themselves in a certain way, and then that changes. They become someone completely different. Because that's what it's about. They mirror us. They project a personification of who they think we want them to be. But it's not that at all, is it? They get it wrong. They're not authentic. They're not being themselves. They are not showing you who they are because they don't know who they are. They don't have a fixed sense of self, so they don't have a fixed identity. It changes for them to fit in to their circumstances, to the people that they are around. That's what's going on. And so a version of them at that time. So you love that version of them. If I was to ask you, who are they? Who is it that you actually are still in love with? It's a version of them. It's not the real person. And I know also that it's challenging to get your head around, because when you look at them or you kind of remember them, they're actually an adult human being. So how can you say it's a version or a representation? This is what I mean. It's like, who actually are they? Who are you? You don't know, because they're different people. Like if you were to meet them now in this moment, you'd be like, oh, you're a completely different person. That's what I'm trying to say, is they're just a representation of that moment, who they are around, who they find themselves with, who they're in relationships with. There's always a problem. There's always something going wrong, isn't it? It's just a representation. You do, Cool Blue. You end up thinking, what the hell was that? You just like, yeah, what's going on? And Isabel says you actually fell in love with yourself. They just mirrored. Yes, that's what I mean. And that's what I'm trying to say, is you're loving the old version of you. That's who you were. Ari says he threatened to block me today. Any suggestions to respond? Ari, probably you don't respond to him. If he's threatening to block you, go on then. Do it. Do me a favor and block me. I'd love you to see you do that, but I'll tell you something. He probably won't. He is using this as leverage or as bait, probably because he wants you to do something, probably because you're not behaving in a way that he wants you to. So he's using that to manipulate you with. So just say, please do it, or you just don't respond. And I don't know, it might not be so easy for you to do, or you might be thinking this is really difficult because you still need, like, you probably want some sort of contact with that person, but do you really? If someone has to threaten that they're going to block you, seriously, do you want this person in your life? No. Yes, yeah, Isabel, let him block. Exactly. And that's it. That's it. Indifference. You're right, Marty. It's just about being indifferent. You know, whatever. Yes, David says, when I realized that the person I loved for 7 years didn't actually exist, it was the worst shock of my life. I still love the illusion she created. Yeah, this is what I mean. Block them. Yeah, they don't love you. They love what you bring them. Yes, Isabel, you're right. They you know, they can't give you love because they have a warped idea of what love is. These individuals have never experienced that, and what they have experienced is very much conditional love. Conditions means things that you can do for me. I'm not going to do it for you, but it's what can you do for me. So it's all very conditional. It's all about what you can give this person. Now, what kind of a life is that? Think about it. You're always looking for someone to do something for you. What, can't you do it for yourself? That's the point, my friends. No, they can't. They can't do it for themselves because they don't, and this is all stems back from, they don't have a sense of self. They don't know who they are. They were never allowed to do that because remember, they're going back in time to when they were children. Their parents saw them as an extension of themselves. There was conditions to their parents' love. So the parent wanted them to do this, this, and this, and this way. Like basically how they treated you. How they treated you, okay, is how their parents treated them. So what they are doing is just unleashing the same behavior of what happened to them when they were children. So if you're receiving conditional love, where's the love in that? Like, you're not accepted, okay, for who you are. And sure enough, in this relationship, in this family dynamic, were you accepted for who you are? No. They wanted you to conform. They wanted you to be a certain person. They wanted you to be who they wanted you to be. They've never been honest. They've never shown who they are because, again, they don't know. It's like the blank stare in their eyes. They're blank. They don't know who they are. They're blank. So they take on the personalities of others around them because they don't know who they are. This is where their fragile ego comes from. It's, you know, they pretend that they are this grandiose, this wonderful person, that they've got all their lives together, you know, they've got new supply, they're living their best life, they're doing great. But are they actually, though? Are they? No, they don't. They don't have it all worked out, and they're not all doing what they're showing you. But again, this is another show. It's another play. It's another magic show, right? Why, if you got to think, why does someone have to go to those lengths, okay, to be like this? Why do you think, guys? Why is it that they've got to pretend to be someone else? Because they were never allowed to be themselves. They were never seen, right? Their parents never saw them. So the way that their parents had treated them is how they're treating you. They don't know who they are. So when I ask you again, what is it that you love about the narcissist? It's the reflection of you. They're right, Isabel. They are miserable inside. You're welcome, Ari. Yeah. You see, the problem is when you don't know who you are. You are lost. You are lost in the world. Okay. And there is really no hope for you. Like, how can you heal? You can't. You've got no opportunity to be able to do the work. I mean, can you ever really see a narcissist in therapy? Going to therapy, really looking at, looking at themselves, looking at what's going on for them. They don't have that gift. You see, we do. We have the gift of being able to heal. The narcissist doesn't. This is why they don't go to therapy. This is why, like healing a narcissist, like it's just not going to happen. Because they don't recognize, they don't introspect, they don't have self-awareness. This isn't something that they will ever get. They have that focus, one mindset, and that's it. It's a one-track pony, one-track mind. And that's all about just for someone to say how wonderful, how amazing, how great they are. It's all false. It's all stroking of the ego. It's all egoistic stuff, right? That's what it is. It's all egotistical. It's all fake. Doesn't mean nothing. It's all surface level. But what's really going on inside? You see, they have separated from themselves. They don't know who they are, or they don't want to delve in and know who they are because they have separated from who they are. They would have had this emotional breakdown when they were children, and they're not who they are. This is why they pretend. This is why they have different identities. This is why they don't understand themselves. This is why when they are around other people, they pretend to be them. Because it's not real. They don't get it. And they never will. Because their mind is not constructed in that way. They don't evolve. They don't grow. They stay stuck. They stay stuck down here, doing the same thing over and over, but expecting different results. Isn't that a recipe for disaster? They don't grow. They don't work on themselves. They don't know. They don't see. But you see, you do. And that's the difference. I know for a lot of us, we're probably thinking like, this is like the hardest thing that we ever have to go through. It's just so difficult. Like, why me? But isn't it a gift? Isn't it a gift that you can have this opportunity to grow, to reset, become someone who you've always wanted to be? Someone who maybe I'm just looking at the chat, and you guys had a psychotherapist. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's abuse of power, and this does happen a lot. Yeah, it's true. You have to be very careful who you seek therapeutic advice from, and who you want to like embark on this journey. Yeah, there is no cure for them, but we thrive. They are weak. Yes, they are. They are. Like, this is what I mean. This is the gift that we get, okay? Because we can reset, we can grow, we can evolve. Yes, it is hard. Yes, it is uncomfortable. But what I want you guys to know is it doesn't last forever. Yes, You are going to go through this, and it is going to be really uncomfortable, and you're going to hate it. And I'm not going to lie, it's really hard. But you will come out the other side. I promise you. There's many people here on the chat who are at different stages, and you know what? A lot of people have got through to the other side. A lot of people have, mastered certain points of this. But each time what's happening is you are getting stronger. You are connecting back to yourself. You are getting what it is that you need from this experience. At first, you're probably thinking, like, oh my God, like this is so hard. This is so difficult. But the opportunity is that you now can set a new foundation and grow from that. You don't want to be doing this again. You don't want to keep doing this. You don't want to keep learning the same lessons over and over. So this is about learning, about you doing the work, leveling up, getting stronger. Thank you so much. Guy next door, bless you. Thank you. I'm so grateful. Thank you. They just sit and point fingers and live in their own little narcissistic bubble. They don't perceive reality in the same way we do. Yeah, that's it. That is it. They do not perceive reality in the same way we do. Their mind is not constructed in the same way that ours is. And that's exactly it. So they're not going to be able to see the things that we do. They don't see life in the same way that we do, because like, how boring does it get? Like having to get supply, having to control situations, having to make someone feel a certain way because you've got to manipulate them. I mean, what kind of a person does that? Think about it, guys. Like, what kind of a person does that? So these people stay stuck, and they're expecting the same thing to happen, with a different person. That is what is not okay. And and this is the thing, there can be people who are in high-powered roles. Okay, there could be CEOs, psychologists, therapists, doctors, solicitors who are narcissists. But the one thing that is powering all of them, is power. Is to be able to get one over someone else. Is the power, Again, this is perceived power. Being able to control, being able to manipulate a person, the system, or whatever, a situation. So what? Like, it's not real. It's an illusion. It's egotistical. It is fake. So whilst you're looking at this and thinking, oh, how do they get to these positions of power? How is it that they're able to get away with this? They're not getting away with anything. Karma sees everything. Like, karma will get them. Okay, they might be getting away with it, in different capacities in the eyes of the law, or they could be getting away with it, I don't know, at court, or with patients that they're seeing, whatever it is. But it catches up with them. There's always something that gets them in the end. They can't get away with it forever. You know what? Think about it. They thought that they could control each and every one of you forever, but you saw through it because it's fake. At the end of the day, when you're creating an illusion, all right, that breaks apart. It doesn't stay forever. Otherwise, you guys would have stayed there forever, and you wouldn't have thought there was anything wrong. But you see it, you feel it, and that's what I mean. They have to do this because they can't live their life in a normal, happy, respectful way. They've got to do this, not just to other people around them, but to the system, to the situation. It just cannot be okay. It can't just flow in a way that is just healthy, okay, all right, nice, unconditional. Can't do that. They can't do that. So yeah, they are pathetic. It is. It's how they have learned to be. They are lost. And this is what I'm saying to you. These people are lost in the world, okay? So how they can't find themselves. They don't come home to themselves. They stay lost. They're not going to heal from this condition. The best thing you can do is just leave them be. You want to be stuck in this turmoil and them calling you, manipulating you. Oh, I'm going to block you if you don't do this. Sorry, Ari, I'm not laughing at your situation, but I'm just kind of saying it that it's just fake. It doesn't mean anything. Let them do what it is they want to do. Go, bye, see ya. It's you take your power back. You know what? Your life is important. I'm not saying it's more important than theirs, but your life is important to you. Okay, and you have this one life. All right, stop wasting time. You've got more important things to be doing than worrying about them or thinking about them or wasting your energy and your time. Forget it. Your life is about you. And this is what I'm saying. The time is now, because now you are building a foundation for you. You are building a foundation for your future. The future that, yeah, you were promised, but they couldn't keep it. They couldn't do it. Okay, that's fine. Okay, you now move forward in your life. It's yours. You didn't come down here onto earth with them. You don't owe them anything. Okay, even those of you that have children with them, don't owe them anything. And I know co-parenting with them is impossible. You actually can't. Okay, you can't. But you got to be smart at this. They're going to try and use the children against you. But at the end of the day, remember, a child remembers how that person makes them feel. Not what is told, but how that person makes them feel, especially the younger that they are. So the child will feel that energy. They might not be able to verbalize it, but they'll feel it and they'll think, oh, going to mummies or daddies didn't make me feel good. I don't feel very happy there. And then what happens, that feeling grows and grows and grows, and then they stop going eventually. They'll feel the love from you. And a child is always going to be drawn to love, like we are. We're always drawn to someone who's loving, who's kind, who's nice, not who's horrible. Thank you so much, Guy next door. Thank you for your donation. Bless you. I really appreciate you. Narcs are even posing as recovery coaches. Oh my God. Yes. Who's smearing their exes publicly while playing the victim, and they themselves are inflatable saints. Oh my God. I know. Infallible saints. This is different, right? Thank you for raising this point. This is really important, because that's it. If you have a coach, this is what you got to remember. If you've got a coach on there, okay, they shouldn't be putting anybody down, regardless, X or no X. You have respect, regardless who they are, what they've done. You have respect. You have self-respect, because you're not going to go online talking about your experiencing and putting someone else down. You're absolutely right, Guy next door. That's not what this is about. We can all slate our exes, of course, because they were all annoying and they're exes for a reason. Sure. But we have dignity and we have self-respect. So we're not going to be doing things like that. So this is another thing that you've got to look out for. If this is something that, you're hearing in the videos or something, just be mindful. Okay, just be mindful who you're watching, what information you're getting from where, or who you're choosing to do the work with. Follow your intuition, follow your heart. It will never let you down. Yeah, you're right. That's right, Cool Blue. Yes, no point trying to reason, as they always go back to the same stuff. Yeah, they do. Tricks, not trucks. Lol. They always just do the same thing, because they're like a one-track pony. I think that's the way you say it. It's like a one-track mind, one-track pony. They just do what they've always known to do. And it's a journey of self-love. It's a journey of getting to know you, because that's ultimately the ultimate love that you have for yourself, is to get to know you and have that relationship with yourself first. And it's more about you concentrating on you and getting what you can from your life, because it's your life. So what could you be doing that would help for you to evolve in this journey? Yeah, that's right. Professionally speaking, they should also not let their experience affect their professional life. Yeah, why are you bringing what's happened at home to here? Dawn, thank you so much, my dear. Thank you for your donation. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so, so much. Really appreciate it. Bittersweet says, I'm the least argumentative person, but somehow she turns a simple conversation into a full-blown argument. Yeah, because if you shout the loudest, you're going to get the most attention, right? Anushka, were you? Thank you, Sarah. That's a really good question. Were you confident before you met your ex-narc? Yes, but not as I am now. In a different way. Not like this. Now I've grown, so yeah, completely different. I'm a completely different person. Completely different. Yeah. So no, I probably, actually maybe, yeah, no, I probably wouldn't say confident. No. Now, yes. This is what I mean. It's like, you know, this is the experience that you have to go through. Do you know, and I always say this, if I didn't go through that experience, there's no way you would have found me on YouTube or I would have been doing any of this. But I tell you something, I don't see this as a job, or I don't see this as something that, oh, like I find really draining. I love this. I love doing this. This is definitely my calling in life. Like I love doing this. Do you know that? I do. I'm so grateful that I can be here and help so many of you. Honestly, like through the work, through the, you know, like the social, you know, social media has its drawbacks, sure, but I would never have been able to reach this many people and just to get this information out there, you know, that's what's more important to me. It's not the validation or the lights, the showbiz, all of this. It's not even about that. I don't care about that stuff. It's like to get this information out there, like to help you to realize that actually all my work has always ever been, it's just to let you know that actually your life is so much better after this person. Honestly, I know like a lot of you probably don't think that right now, you know, that your life is not going to get better, but actually they're not the be all and end all, and your life is going to be so much better without them in it. I swear to God, honestly, and I know they've hurt you. I know that you guys have suffered so much and it's been so painful. This journey, yes, it is so challenging, so painful, and it's like it hurts so much. But honestly, who you become, who you are, this is what I want to say, is the growth. You have to grow. You have to, obviously I can't tell you guys what to do, but I'm telling you what to do. You have to grow. You have to know that on the other side, life is so much better. It's so good. Honestly, you will learn and see things that you have never ever imagined. And honestly, like in all areas of your life, because actually when you come home to yourself, when you become connected to yourself, you will not think the same way that you did before. And Sarah, I'm grateful to you for asking that question. You know, Anushka, were you confident before we met the? Probably no. There is, oh my God, there is no way that I would have been talking to you guys right now. There is no way. Look, I told you the story about me speaking in the psychology class. I'm like, oh my God. Laurie, thank you, my dear. Thank you so much for your donation. Thank you, my dear. Anushka just saying love you and thank you. Love and thank you. Love you too. Thank you, Laurie. Really appreciate your donation. Thank you. You know, so this is what I mean. It's like that. I didn't have that. Now I've got that. Now it's completely different. There is no way that you would have caught me on YouTube, on Instagram. Like, there's no way. And I wouldn't have certainly been talking about it. But you see, because I didn't have a voice. I was just like, I was the girl that sat right in the back behind there, like taking notes, a little geek, you know, in the back. There is no way that I would have been doing this. But I had to go through that to be here. So this is what I'm saying. Grow. Know that it's not going to stay like this forever. It does move forward. It does change. Life is fluid. Things do not stay the same forever. If you're going through a bad thing right now, if you're feeling really bad, this is not going to stay like this forever. Also, if you're feeling good, make sure it stays forever. But life is a journey. It's like always up and down. Remember, we are always learning. Remember, staying stagnant. Thank you, Mezai. Thank you so much, Mezai. Thank you. I really appreciate your donation. You're so sweet. Thank you. Because, yeah, like staying stuck, staying in that same position the whole time, like it gets boring, doesn't it? Life becomes boring. You just don't want to do anything. You want to be the people that sit on a Saturday night or a Sunday, watching the TV all day long. There's more to life. There's more to life to experience. And we come to have this human experience here to actually grow and to learn. But if you don't want to, then this is going to be a very sad, very boring existence. You guys have gone through this experience. This is your opportunity to make something of you, to make your life happen. Maybe when you were younger, you couldn't, or you didn't have the opportunities that you have right now. Remember, you're an adult now. You can create these opportunities for you. You've got to just follow the clues and they will be presented to you. This is the whole thing about the universe, guys. That's what I mean. You got to trust it. Trust that you're going to be okay. Trust that it will move forward and it's going to be fine. The worst thing you can do is stay stuck in this mindset. Life is not, it doesn't stay stuck. We grow, we elevate, life is fluid. It's always moving forward, always moving forward. And that's how we've got to think. We have to move forward. What is the point looking back in the past? There's nothing there. The past is the past. It's done. It's done. This is your opportunity to be you. Yes, that's right. We all want and deserve peace. That's right, Yang. Every ending is a new beginning. Take this time to rebuild and rediscover yourself. Are you brave enough to take this work on? Are you brave enough to go through this? Because there's another aspect to it. But ask yourself this: are you not worth this journey? Are you not worth to grow, to elevate, to discover? Exactly, you are. You deserve this. You deserve the healing journey. And once you do go through it, and I'm not saying it's easy, I'm not painting this as a bed of roses and unicorns, because it's not. It's not. You will learn resilience. You will learn who you are. And this is who you have always been, but this has been taken away so that you couldn't see it. But because of that person coming into your life, they have presented you with an opportunity. And that's what life is. A series of opportunities. That's how you've got to see this. They are opportunities to move forward, to elevate, to get better. Sarah says, Anushka, why don't they let you move on? Because, Sarah, they can't be without you. Can they? If you move on, then they've lost your supply, your attention, your validation. They've lost that. And if you move on, you then get to live your life. Right? You then get to be able to live your life on your terms, which is something that narcissists cannot do. So they're going to try and hold you back. They're going to try and pull you back into that darkness. But that's where you got to be smart and see through it. They're going to tell you the things that you want to hear. They're going to tell you sweet nothings into your ear. That wasn't meant to rhyme. That actually wasn't meant to rhyme. Yang, that could be actually a t-shirt slogan, perhaps. Actually, your quotes that you are putting up, guys, if you guys are reading what Yang is putting, Yang, you're on fire tonight. He's putting, do you know what? All of those, Yang, you could actually put on a t-shirt. Yeah. So they want to pull you back into the, oh my God, I don't remember what I said. You were meant to be listening. We'll have to rewind it. We'll rewind the live. Yeah, so they're going to pull you back into the darkness. Marte, thank you so much. Thank you. Joke of the day. I love this one. Why did the narcissist cross the road? Because the narc thought it was a boundary. Oh, hold on, it's gone up. Hold on a minute. Because the narc thought it was a boundary. Blessings to you, Anushka, and all survivors. Marcy, I love that one. Why did the narcissist cross the road? This needs to be on a t-shirt as well, Yang. Because the narc thought it was a boundary. I love it. That's so funny. Yep, Yang's on the merch. Yep. Yes. Yes, so we're still developing the merch. So Yang is leading on that. Yes. So yes, sorry. Yes, he's just literally, Sarah, he's pulling you back. Okay, he's pulling you back so that you don't move on. You don't see through this and that you don't move forward. You see, that's what they want. They don't want you to move forward. They just want you to stay stuck. It is better for them if you are, stuck in this trauma bond, still wanting, still needing them. Think about this energetically. Think about how you are giving them your energy still. All right, even though you're not speaking to them, even though you're like not in contact with them, I think I've said this before. When you think of somebody, right, when you're emitting all of this energy onto this person, they can feel it. And especially a narcissist being a dark empath. Yes, they are a dark empath. Think about it. Like, they can read your emotions. They can read what you're feeling, what is going on for others around them, but they just have an agenda and they use it against people, right? So think about it, right? When you're thinking of them, that then triggers them and then they think of you. So it's that energetic pull. Yeah, that cord that exists, that energy cord that exists between you and them. So when you think about it, so when you're stuck in that trauma bond, they love it because, you're not moving forward. You're not able to move forward. So they keep dragging you back. They keep dragging you with this trauma bond. Guys, it's an energetic bond that binds you to them and you. So get rid of it. And you can. That's just how you've got to understand it. It's an energy bond that exists with this person. Energy is real. Energy is everything, really. So when you go no contact, okay, which is the medicine, really. It's the medicine, okay? When you go no contact, it's not about that you're blocking them, you're just not going to see them and you're going to create fake accounts and watch them. No. Thank you so much, Guy Next Door. Thank you. Thank you for your donation. You've been very generous tonight. Thank you. It's time to look at ourselves, be accountable for our mistakes and do the internal work. True. Very, very true. We are not perfect either, and life is a work in progress. Beautifully said. That is exactly it. Be accountable for our mistakes. We learn from our mistakes. And we've got to do the internal work. This is part of it, my friends. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy and don't be afraid. You can do this. We are not perfect either, and life is a work in progress. Life is progress. In progress. We progress. We level up. We learn. We grow. That's what it's about. That's what life is. Okay, so you've got to learn to see what is really going on. Someone's dragging you back down to their level. Okay, you can apply this to all walks of life because they don't necessarily have to be a narcissist. If someone doesn't accept you for who you are, always putting you down, always argumentative, always doing, saying all these nasty things, they have no right to place judgment on what we do and who we are. Okay. So when someone is doing that to you all the time, they're not accepting you for who you are. No one has the right to judge you. So that's where you've got to realize that, is this person really okay for me? Do I really need to be around this people? Remember, it's very important the company that you keep. Even if you are, even if you still have the narcissist, or you're still thinking, oh, do I need to be with the narcissist? Do I want to? Think about the company that you keep, because you become which company you keep. So you become like the people that are around you. Yes, you can attract all sorts of different people, but the people that you keep, you become like them, because energy is infectious. Okay, so if you see, or if you are around people who are a certain way, think about it. Do they think the same way you do? Do they behave the same way you do? Okay, this is called, some people are energy vampires. Doesn't necessarily mean that they have to be narcissistic, but this is something that you need to be aware of, because this can hinder your progress and your journey going forward. Okay, you have to be aware of the company that you keep and the people that are around you, because like I said, energy is infectious. Okay, have you noticed that when you hang around with someone for a long time, you end up speaking like them, or you end up behaving like them? You take on their traits. And indeed, this was the same, when we were with the narcissist, we did have like the toxic traits or the behaviors. They weren't ours, but we take them on. That's how it works. So be aware which company you keep, who you are, who you hang around with, who you speak to, who you send your energy out to. Narcissists are energy vampires. They'll take. Believe me, they'll take. They have no boundaries, so they'll take. So you're the one that has to put the boundaries in place, because they'll just take it from you. So you have to, oh, Oxford, amazing. Please send me a picture of what that looks like. I bet it looks amazing. You're amazing. That's why. And did you get yourself the amethyst angel, or did you glue the wing back on? Years of various traumas, or developing more and more, but I love solitude, prefer it in general. Yeah. So yes, this is what I'm saying. But you have to be aware of the people that you hang around with, because that also has an effect. And also where you work. Is that really a representation of you? Do you really like where you are working? Is this for your highest good? Is this where you want to be? Is that really you? Is it elevating you? Think about different areas in your life, the different people that you are around. Oh, I'm glad, Oxford, you glued the wing on. Bless you. You dropped it in the coffee last week. So be aware of your life, of everything around you. Remember, once you elevate, once you get to that certain level, people are going to be attracted to you. It's going to be attracted to your energy, because it's going to become pure. Okay, and that's what I mean. It's that you will vibrate on a higher level, of a higher energy. All right, so people will be attracted to you because your energy is pure, or it's purer than what it was before. So yeah, it's important. It's important to protect yourselves. This is why boundaries are very, very important. Putting boundaries in place to protect you. It's like, I always use this analogy. You wouldn't give out your bank card, or your account number, or your sort code, or your IBAN number to any old person, because they can take your money. You don't have the money around you. You put it in a bank, and it's secure. So why do you not secure yourself with boundaries? You need to protect you. You need to protect your energy. Got to be clever about this, my friends. That is what is important. That is how you keep leveling up, keep growing. Okay? This is about you protecting the work that you have already done, where you are already. You've got to protect that, because this doesn't come for free. Remember, you had to go through a lot to get to where you are now. Yes, you're right. Be selective where you put your energy to. Oxford, you're so funny. Anushka has a million things to do, yet she remembers the crystal angel. Do you know what? I don't know how I remember these things. I just do. They just pop into my mind. And it's like my clients ask me, they go, Anushka, do you remember when I told you this 6 months ago? And I do actually remember. I don't know how I do. I do remember certain things. I do remember most things. I do. Yes, Nessa, you're right. No good change comes from without discomfort. We have to be broken open to initiate change. And change is inevitable. Change will always happen. It's just one of those things in life. Yes, growing pains. You're right. You're absolutely right, Isabel. It's true. It's true. But what I want to just say here as well, what I do want to say is that your growth, don't look at this as in a negative way, okay? That this has to be hard. This is just too difficult and it's too painful. Yes, sometimes it will be. But what I'm trying to say, it's not going to stay like this forever. Remember, life is fluid, so it's always changing. Things are always changing. Don't look at this as the worst thing that could have ever happened. No. Look at this in a different perspective. Remember, life is all about perspective and choices. And you have a choice on how you want to see this situation, how you want to see this experience, either positive or you can see it as a negative. So it's completely and utterly up to you. And on that note, I've just looked at the time. Where has the time gone? Can I just ask, how is it this time already? It doesn't even feel like I've been talking we've been talking for 2 hours discussing this. I could talk for another 2 more hours. No, I couldn't. I am getting tired. But where has this time gone? So guys, I really hope that the life has given you new things to think about or see this in a different perspective. Okay, I didn't want to come on here and just talk about the trauma bond. You know what it is. You could write a book on it as well. Let's not mention the book. And the second one is the attachment. So what I wanted to say, thank you so much, Vasiliki. Thank you. Kisses from Greece. Amazing. And kisses right back to you. I know, Oxford, where has it gone? Yes, bedtime in London. Yeah, definitely. It's 11 p.m. But actually in Greece, it's 1 a.m. So bless you, Vasiliki and Yang, for staying up for so long. 1 a.m. Thank you, Yang. Yes, thank you, Nessa. It's true, Marte. So guys, yes, I just want you to realize that, you know what, it doesn't have to be difficult, all right? You will get through this and it's going to be okay and it's going to be fine, all right? It's going to be okay. Don't be afraid of pain because growth is beautiful, all right? Growth is beautiful. Yes, in Europe, it's 12. So on that note, I just want to say thank you for all of you being here and for staying up, because I know for a lot of you it's so late, and I really appreciate you guys. Honestly, I'm so grateful and I'm so humbled that you have stayed up, and because I know this is time out of your day. So I am so grateful for all of you being here, and for those of you that stay up so late. I wish the time zones weren't so but it is what it is. And you've made the time, and I'm grateful for every single one of you. So thank you for being here. Also, just quickly want to mention that, thank you, Oxford, that those of you that are looking for some support and some coaching, or just someone just to kind of talk to so you don't feel, so isolated on this journey, Yang is offering sessions over on Discord. He's just put the Discord up. So come on over to the server, because you know what? The server is a community of like-minded individuals, people who have gone through exactly what you have. And if you wanted to talk a bit more, because you know what, it's kind of like being on the live, like the chat is going. So if you wanted to talk about, with others who have gone through something that you have, so you don't feel so, triggered having to explain things. These people understand because they've been through the same thing that you have. So I'd say come on over. And if you're wanting some support, please do get in contact with Yang over on Discord. He doesn't have long waiting lists yet. He will do. He will do in time when he gets more popular, gets more work. But I do. So I can't always offer a session. He can offer same day. I can't. So yes, if you wanted some support or just someone friendly to talk to, Yang is friendly. He is a friendly guy. So come on over to Discord. I will be releasing a video tomorrow. There's a video, usual time, 8 p.m. UK time. And I will definitely be back next Tuesday for another live, another banger. So yes, no guys, again, I appreciate every single one of you. I'm not popular, I have 12. Yeah, and you're popular. I didn't say you weren't popular. Mate, I didn't say you weren't popular. I just said that you haven't got waiting lists. I do. Plonker. Yeah, so yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for being here. And I will see you, me and Yang will see you next Tuesday on the live. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.